which was the second one. And then they gave, after even though we'd worked for him for 4 months and nothing was changing, the training session was pointless. They gave them to us all, and as they handed me mine, which was this thick fucking envelope compared to other people who only got 3 or 4, they handed me mine and went, "Oh, you've done well, haven't you?" Like that. And I was like, "Well, yeah, mate. You told me you'd give me money. What do you expect me to do? Fucking stand around and be thumb up my arse?"
That's a great way to start the show. I pressed record 30 seconds ago, so...
Buzzing. I haven't said the name of the business, have I?
No.
Fantastic. That's good news.
People can now work back and try and figure out how that show just started. We're here for... This is another week of, looking at the truth. What truth have we been... First of all, I'd like to point out for the people that are listening, which is everyone, because no one can see. I'd like to point out Jack's background this week, and I'd like to inform us about, first of all, what this background depicts and then where it's come from.
Well, I'll just get out of shot so you can see the whole thing. It's a lovely, lovely,
what's coming from
sunny
the cloud?
Day.
What's the
from
brown?
It's a little bird, mate.
Is that a bird?
Yeah, it's a little bird. You've got to bear in mind, in the actual cartoon that I made, that bird moves around in the sky for about 10 seconds, which in itself was about 150 photographs. So
Jesus
that
Christ.
darts around well quick through the sky and then goes into the tree.
Good mate.
And then we go into the burrow, which is the black hole, which you can see under here.
Yep.
Goes in there, zoom in, picture the scene, darkness, bit of straw, rabbit, giving birth, like that.
Is it coughing out?
Yeah, popping out baby rabbits, mate, baby bunnies flying out of her. And then we see the life cycle of a rabbit. You know, it grows, it goes on into the woods, it goes and meets another little rabbit, and then it shags that rabbit and brings it a bit of straw. It gets its dick sucked by the rabbit, brings it some more straw. And then that baby rabbit goes out again, and you think it's going to loop, but it doesn't, because there's a guy hiding behind a tree, and he chases after it and catches it with a net, stuffs it in the back of his car and takes it home. It's called Champagne. I don't want to ruin the ending for people, because that's why it's called Champagne, for the ending.
I'm great.
It's on YouTube, if anyone's interested of going and watching that. It's on YouTube, Champagne.
Honestly, mate, the layers are peeled back every episode. Just reveals something. There's not. I don't think there's an art form you haven't dabbled in.
No.
Have we had any interpretive dance? Have we had any world around you interpretive dance yet?
Nah, not even yet. I'm not a dancer, bro. I have got no sense of rhythm at all.
Whoa! Who said anything about you
rhythm.
doing the dancing?
I just make the marionettes out of rats and that.
You have access to many dead animals. I no doubt have bits of string. And you've basically got the grounds for some sort of, like...
I did a bit of painting, mate.
What the fuck?
It's a shame this isn't a video, innit?
This is better that it's not video.
I thought you were filming these. Right? So, for the listener, that first one, I did that cartoon at an art exhibition at a studio.
What the fuck has this got to do with conspiracy? This is a conspiracy podcast.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Getting there. Give me time. We've got to build them to it, Jimmy.
Oh,
so
yeah, I can see where this is.
The initial picture I just done because I've got a wide-angled camera and I didn't want to show off my whole living room. So I just used that. But that cartoon I made because I felt bad for doing an art exhibition and only showing things I'd made out of dead rats when everyone else was doing paintings.
Right.
So I thought what I'd do is I'd make a cartoon, but then it took me 3.5 weeks to finish it. And then all it was basically people watching. It was just for me. It was a little thing for me where I could watch other people watch a paper rabbit get its dick sucked by another paper rabbit, because I wanted to see what people would do with their faces when that happens.
Yeah. Now, how many letters of complaint did you get?
None, but I did get a lot of funny looks and not as many conversations afterwards as you would imagine. Not many people wanted to chat to me after that.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you know what? It's on them. That's on them for not recognising true art when they see it.
Yeah, mate, knobheads. Anyway, this picture here, I did at another event there, which was a painting event. Now, I'm a taxidermist, as some of you might know. I've never painted anything in my life. But what I did was I painted this. Now, it doesn't come across perfectly well because you can't.
Right. I mean, I'm going to give my interpretation.
Yeah, you do that, and then I'll tell you what's going on there. I'll get out of your way so you can see the full image.
It looks like. There's some sort of unidentified flying sex toy, because it looks almost like there is a Hitachi wand with the bit of this cloud air or smoke or whatever it is attached to the grey thing. It does look like a Hitachi wand that is beaming a laser down into a mountain, causing some sort of hole in the mountain, while the Blue Man Group look on in disarray. Can't really believe what's happening. So much so they're so aghast that they have no mouths.
Yeah, you're quite close, but there is some.
Why am I close? Why am I? That's bad that I'm close. The fact that you've gone.
That shows that I'm good at drawing. I'm better than I thought. If you can pick out that's either you knowing me, or this is good.
I think that's a year of me getting in the mind of Jack. I think that's me starting to understand.
This is what I see through my eyes. Right, this up here is just. So, listener, this is very difficult for you at the minute, and I appreciate that. So
it's not much easier with the image, I've got to say.
You've got a spaceship in the sky, and you can see the pilot is up here. He's driving.
Ah, right, okay. Now, I thought that was the on button for the Hitachi.
Oh, because the photograph of the picture was taken a bit away, you've lost some of the detail, Jimmy.
Right, so, okay.
Here's its headlights up here, and here's its brake lights at the back, and here's its exhaust. I can see red now. So, now, what you've got here is this is where clouds come from. This is harp, in a sense. Also, in this picture you can't see, but if I was to show it you in person, you would also notice that I've put 33 individual stars in the sky to represent the 33 tiers of Freemasonry. Then you've got this beam here, this big beam of light burning all through here, which is like burning the trees and all of the stuff that was going on at the time in California when they were burning the trees, but not the celebrities' houses and that.
No, they were burning the celebrities' houses. Like people,
not
like
all of them, though.
I mean, quite a few of them, mate.
No, not all of them. Some of the ones that had paid up weren't having their houses burned, from what I read. Right, and the forest fire's spreading in it, and it's making a hole, which is just darkness, no rock, because the Earth's hollow. So all you see in there is the dent underneath until it gets to the next layer.
Right.
Now these are the aliens that live, like the subterranean dwelling species, if you like, or the Vimto monsters, or the reptilians, if you like.
Ribena men.
Yeah, they're already here. They've always been here, and they're watching. Like the thing that I probably spoke about this before, like the thing that I've got vivid memories of seeing in my bathroom mirror as a kid. The scaly, horned little creatures, tall creatures that used to duck under the doorways. Them. It's a pair of them. So I thought it'd be a good idea to show people them, because I've never up until this point, I'd never shown anyone them before.
Right.
And they're stood at the balcony of their hotel that they've booked so they can watch the destruction of Earth.
Right.
Thoughts?
I've got one. And that's, you know how quite frequently we'll be discussing a theory and you'll bring up a source and you'll be like, well, hang on, that's depicted in these images that people have found from like years ago, and these have surfaced on forums, and like this is obviously evidence that this has happened. Those people are just you. All those images are just other people like you who have gone, I can't paint. I've never painted before. I'm actually a taxidermist or a carpenter or just in the fucking loony bin. And I tell you what, give us some poster paints, a bit PVA and a brush, and let's go to town. And I'm going to paint loads of little references in there to appeal to my tribe. And then what happens is no one knows, because you either don't share it with people or people don't receive it as they should do. Like you say, the people at these art shows and that don't receive your art as it should be.
They thought this was shit.
They don't interpret it and go, do you know what? I see what's gone into this. The execution maybe leaves a little bit to be desired, but I can see he's done his homework. I can see he's studied. I can see the references. I can see the harp, weather manipulation. I can see the Freemason references. I can see the dark, shadowy elite figures. They're all there. And then what will happen? That gets ignored. And then 40 years' time, right? For some reason, your picture shows up on fucking 4chan or Reddit, and then an entire thread's like, yeah, this is proof that the harp Hitachi wand did fly above California, and the Purple Ribena men were there to watch it as it burnt down everyone's house but Joe Rogan's.
And I am counting down the days.
Till I am finally given the verification and recognition that I have been striving for all of this time.
Now, you know what you're saying, basically you're saying there, as you were giving the narrative to people, like as I was giving the narrative to the people at the exhibition, they would be like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. It didn't help. I'm not good at reading faces and expressions, as I've explained on here.
Yep.
But I know that look of pity when people give that.
Yeah.
It's something I've had a lot.
It's a feeling as well, isn't it? It's not just a...
I don't know about that. I don't really feel it, but I can see on their face that I think this person feels sorry for me. Now, at the time, I thought they felt sorry for me because I weren't very good at painting. But when I came home and explained it to my girlfriend, because obviously she wanted nothing to do with this exhibition, she didn't come to this one. She comes to the others, but not to this one. She doesn't even let me show this in the house. This is in the house, facing the wall, hidden in the corner of the room. Because I refuse to throw it away because I think it's really good.
One day this will be your magnum opus.
I'd love that because it'd annoy fuck out of her.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I can sell this for more than I've ever sold anything else for, if I could buy a house off of this,
the Rothschilds will buy this one day.
Even a second-hand car.
The Rothschilds will buy that one day and be like, do you know what? This is the one person that's got the closest to the truth.
No, they just look at it and go, on the right there, is that Gav?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? That?
You've got that wrong. He's got a moustache, right? You've got that painting slightly wrong.
It's when he shaved for that stag do where they all dressed up as women.
Uh-huh.
He'll love it that I bring this in. But we're getting very far off the topic that we had planned there.
We had a topic?
Well, it was suicide pacts and
was it?
People trying to kill people. Yeah.
Even for once I've had nothing to do with this. I remember Fidel Castro being mentioned a few days ago.
Fidel Castro, now the CIA and that were trying to knock him off. I've got a few notes on that. I've got a few notes on a couple from my old estate back home up north who tried to do themselves in a horrific way, where we won't say the names because it's only just finished in court. The woman's not long dead, but pretty dark. But
right,
kind of funny as well.
Do you reckon we can find out who it is just from the information you're going to give us? I'm hoping so, because that's exactly what I'll do as soon as this ends.
Yeah, I would have. If you do, due diligence.
Due diligence.
I don't know how to pronounce it, man. I know one of them's D, one of them's G.
Due diligence. The Judaic solicitor. Due diligence. I'm here to do due diligence about this crime. I'm going to solve this case with due diligence. Due diligence. Due
diligence just rolls in a wheelchair.
Just chucking ninja stars, but their stars are David. Flinging them from the chair. I like due diligence a lot. That's a character to play with in the future. Could you do an entire stop motion fucking picture book animation of? I mean, we want a series. We want an entire 3 series, probably 15 episodes.
Of a hate crime? I don't know.
No, he's a crime fighting figure. He's a hero of the Jewish community.
Oh, so as long as we don't make him a lawyer, it's not a hate crime.
No, he is a lawyer.
That's all right. Oh, okay.
Because he's due diligence. There's no way that's not a lawyer. But he gets people off on I mean, it's got to be stuff like loans and that, doesn't it? Really, it has to be, and rights in Hollywood and contracts and things like that. It's not going to be anything massively serious. I mean, maybe a lot of rapes involving Hollywood stars. He gets one of the specials. There's an hour-long special on him getting Weinstein off,
and then they catch due diligence for getting fucking Weinstein off as well. They're like, you were involved because due diligence is on one side of Weinstein cupping the balls, and Scarlett Johansson's on the other holding the shaft.
No. Due diligence is in the pool surrounded by 5-year-olds.
Oh, okay, and that's how they got him on board.
Yeah.
Because they've dumped him in there and took the chair 20 meters away from the edge of the pool.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an interesting story arc.
Yeah. We could definitely go somewhere with this, but this isn't for truth seeking. This can be for our next project, which sounds like it's going to be fun.
It could be. We'll talk more about that later. But for now, should we actually talk about the topic at hand?
Rather than plugging something that don't even exist. if you've lasted this long, maybe you'd enjoy the thing we don't even have a name or plan for.
Yeah,
the thing we're gonna put even less effort into than this.
No. I reckon possibly a little bit, possibly more. Possibly more.
I'll be honest. I was saying the other day on one of my Patreon exclusives on World Around You / Patreon / World Around You, because since we're not doing the Truth Seeking one anymore, but still,
we weren't making any fucking money on it anyway.
I put one on that saying I'm looking forward to doing it because it means I'll get to read the news stories, and then I'm enjoying you learning what I take from news stories. Because I think that'll be fun, and I think I'll probably learn a lot because you'll be like, Jack, that's not what this is at all. This is just this, which will be fun. But we'll talk about a news story later. That could be like a little teaser, innit? Yeah. Just something to wet the.
You dug this hole, so I'm just going to sit here and watch you dig yourself out of it while I wait for the actual topic at hand to come around.
Well, do you know what would come around?
You dig yourself out that.
I could dig myself out the hole. Do you know what does come around? A boomerang with a stick of dynamite on it, and that's not far off what the CIA were trying to use to kill Fidel Castro.
Oh God, he's smooth. He's smooth. This one. He's WD-40 of the Segway world. Castro. I mean, if you worked for the CIA, you got to feel embarrassed that this one bloke on an island miles away, on apparently a third world country, is having your absolute life. Like, you've managed to take over under the guise of fucking dark and shady political deals and assassinations and shit most of South America and Central America and the Arab world. But this one bloke on an island pretty fucking close to Florida is just having your life.
At every turn.
At every turn.
Everything. He's importing when he shouldn't be importing. He's exporting when he shouldn't be exporting. He's racking up the vintage cars.
Loves them.
That's a nest egg for the whole country.
Yep.
10 more years and they'll be able to flog them all around the world, and Cuba will be one of the biggest countries in the world economically. Then you've got I
don't know if I'm certain on that, but I'll tell you one thing is what they do churn out some of the best wrestlers and boxers the world's seen. That's one thing.
I didn't know that.
One thing that really interesting. So one thing that is interesting that comes out of communism is really good sport and some great sporting achievements, especially when it comes to sports martial arts, violent sports, boxing. Wrestling is another one. So you've got they were helped a lot by Russia, because you've got obviously the Russian boxing program, Russian wrestling as well, and obviously cause communism, those two got along very well. So you'd have a lot of ties between Cubans and Russians when it came to sport teams. They do a lot of training with each other. There's a very famous MMA fighter, Yoel Romero, Cuban. He used to fight for the UFC, but he told his very fucking interesting story on Joe Rogan. Basically, was a wrestler. Now, what happens in Cuba when you're a wrestler? They don't go to your school and go, "Oh, you look like you'd be a good wrestler. Would you like to come and wrestle for Cuba?" What happens is when you're around 6 or 7 year old, someone will come round the schools and just go, "Oh yeah, that one looks strong. That one looks strong. That one's built well," and you just don't go home.
Fucking hell. And then did he pick the ones that look like they're quite smart to write their backstories for them, so when they do step onto like WWF stages, WWE and that, they've already got the background story and that.
Completely wrong wrestling, but I appreciate it. No, I mean like Olympic wrestling and like sort of Greco-Roman style shit, freestyle
like homoerotic sports.
If you want to put it like that, yeah, but I mean it's fucking very hard shit to do.
Honestly, I didn't know that was just like a sport. Still, I thought
wrestling,
that was
massive, and it's a huge part.
I didn't know. I just thought it was like a weird thing that
it's
certain
massive.
People like.
So it's massive in America, huge in places like Russia, huge in ex-communist places, Cuba, like so that. Not so big in England, although it has become bigger in England because of its necessity in MMA. In order to be good at all round, you've got to be able to control the body. You've got to be able to wrestle. Wrestlers, having a base of wrestling is the best base to be an MMA fighter, arguably, because you can control the body. But anyway, what happens in Cuba when you're about 6, 7 or whatever, you'll just get picked and don't go home, and then you spend the next 10, 15 years in the Russian program, in the Cuban program. Now, the way they encourage you to be good at what you do is the person who's shittest performance gets the least food. The person who's performing best and winning the most competitions or doing the best in training gets the most food.
Well, that's why they're good at it then, isn't it? They got incentive.
The problem with that is you're also all in the same dorms. So then someone's doing really well consistently, the rest of your team want to kill you.
Yeah, but I also suppose, though, if you're doing well consistently, then everyone else isn't, so it's going to become easier to be the best.
No, because
they're weak from a lack of food.
No, because before that happens, is you'll get killed in your sleep.
So is that where like first the worst comes from? Then them sort of situations.
That's not a bad argument, though, actually. Yeah, it could be fucking something. Yeah, that I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of link. But basically means if you're really good, you've got to stay really good and also stay very wary. Also, when you go to competitions and that, Cubans obviously want you to come back to Cuba. With this lad, with Yo Romero, he'd been to several Olympics, got Olympic medal. I think he got Olympic medal, a couple, silver medal possibly. Anyway, he had a competition in Germany, had ties in Germany and just didn't go back. Managed to sneak off. But they've got really good wrestling and boxing programs, and I think people say communism fails, but it gets you gold medals.
China's great at the Olympics.
China is fantastic, especially when it's in well. China.
Even Russia did well, and they weren't even allowed to say they were from Russia last time.
No, they're from ROC or what? Yeah, whatever it was.
The Rock. They just all stood there like the national anthem. They're just doing
just Jay-Z, Rihanna.
Yeah, they're just the Rockefeller thing. Yeah.
I don't actually think Russia would like to be represented by Jay-Z, Rihanna, or Beyonce, but that's a different argument.
It'd be a way to get one over on America, though, wouldn't it?
But Castro. Do you reckon he was like a joker about it? You have to have been. You have to be a bit of a piss take. You know when someone's trying to kill you all day, every day?
Yeah.
You have to be an optimist, otherwise you'd just give in and let him. So I reckon all this bad press about him, evil, massacring people, controlling the country, he must have had a laugh.
Well, I was thinking some of that might be a lie, propaganda. I also think the cigar thing would be a good thing for him to lie about.
What, the blown up cigar?
Yeah, because if he was to be like,
but they're really trying to kill me.
No, well, that he was an avid cigar smoker. But if all of his intelligence really came from ex-mafia and mafia ties, whilst the CIA was using some of the mafia who in saying, if you do this, we won't put you in prison for as long. Whereas Castro and that was saying, well, if you tell us what you know, we'll hide you forever. You'll be fine. Just move your operations here or over here. We control here. You'll be fine here. So they'd give him the information. So if he's saying to them, tell them all that I just smoked like 50 cigars a day, something stupid that's hard to believe, and then they bought that and they're like, all right, great. And then he's just looking at these boxes of cigars that keep coming from America, from like fucking John F. Kennedy and that, just fucking JFK being like, here's your box of cigars, mate. And he looks at the box, right, and he's like, dickheads, there's going to be a bomb in this one, isn't it? And he's just piling them up. And then when the next spy comes and he sees, oh my God, he's got 50 boxes of cigars, he must love these. But secretly they've all been sent by the American president with bombs in.
But you live in the country where everyone wants to get their cigars from, right?
Yeah.
So if someone sends you a box of cigars, surely you just go, well, no, I've already got the best.
Innit? And he has to be known that he smokes them to endorse them as well, I guess. Maybe he was the first sort of affiliate marketer.
I think everyone in
These are so good, I'd kill myself for these.
He
knows there's bombs in there.
Yeah, he's risking it. One in 5 will blow up in his face. They're that good, he's willing to risk it to enjoy the other 4.
Yeah.
Cuban roulette.
Oh, see,
there's your market and there's your product. There's your product. You sell it as Cuban roulette.
Yeah, there's your gambling as well for communism. The Russians have got theirs, and these have got this.
What's your most fun way that they try that That sentence does not ring true in my head. What for you was the most creative way they tried to get Castro? That still doesn't sound right in my head, but we know what I'm talking about. I'll let it slide. This is prime podcasting.
I made note of that. I did make note of the best one. So they hired some mobsters, some mafia guys, and then they got the CIA to off the books, obviously. This was all off the books as well from the CIA. There's no written record of this ever happening from the CIA.
There's not a lot of record from the CIA of many things. That's the whole point of the CIA.
The only thing there is a record of is that the CIA basically put it down saying that we're only ever going to talk about assassinations in euphemisms, and you're not allowed to double check that if it was the right euphemism or if that was what we meant, because that would then make us is it implicit in the crime.
Yeah.
So anything could have been construed as do this, do that. So and so's coming here. Take him out to the aquarium. And it's like, all right, kill him on a boat.
Imagine, all I'm picturing now, right? The first, because you've got to have a partner. There's got to be two people when you CIA. The first autistic partnership of agents in the CIA that get those letters and go, well, all right, we've got to take my man to the fucking water park. He's going on the slides. We're going to go and see some sharks.
They're the ones that become the double agents because they think these are fucking sound, these lads. All the others have tried to kill us. These must actually these must want to be friends.
So what did you do with Fidel? Well, we took him to the river. Oh shit, that was my phone. We took him to the river and we did exactly what you said. We gave him a couple of pillows and a sleeping blanket and we went to sleep with the fishes.
Yeah.
We did what you told him to.
We went Disney World. We found lazy river. Beautiful day. Castro doesn't really catch the sun. Not feeling too good today.
Got all the bin bags. We took them out with the trash. We put it all away. Sorted out the recycling. Came back in.
We cleaned the hoarders flat down the road. We thought we'd work together on that.
Then we both sucked him off and blew his head off. It was fantastic. That's this is that also autistic CIA partnership. I feel like they'd get along with my reporter bloke who goes to all the conspiracy things but reports on stuff that really doesn't matter. Like goes to Epstein Island and complains about the lack of like guardrail around the edge of the island or something.
The health and safety crisis.
Yeah. There is a distinct lack of fire extinguishers in place on Epstein's Island. And that's
the fire
big
exit
issue.
Is actually barred. You'll find that the room with the bed and the chains, that door does not open from this side.
That 6-year-old has not been pat tested. It's out of date, and we need to get a replacement.
Now. Unplug.
Yeah, I feel like those would get on with each other. I feel like they might work with each other.
Yeah, they might be people like that are responsible for everything that's happened.
That's what I like to think. This is what I don't, and this is why this show, not even regrettably, I'm fucking buzzing about it in hindsight. I'm actually buzzing that this show's coming to an end. And that's not in a fucking... I'm fucking chuffed. It's because, right, I'm looking forward to the next thing. Because I've got to the point with conspiracy where I'm over the hill. Like, there's a lot of shit that is shady. And there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, yeah, I do not buy the narrative for that. And in fact, I know from external reading or whatever that this isn't the fucking real story. But with 90% of it now, I genuinely think there's no way people could group up and team up to keep something this important, this silent. It's all done just by idiots. Things happen because, like, there are idiots at every level of life. Like, there are idiots that work in Asda. There are idiots that work in Downing Street. Like, we think... For some reason, people like us assume the people in positions of power higher than us are obviously more intelligent. And that is a fucking massive lie. They're either more popular, richer, have better connections, were born with the best surname. Like, it very rarely comes down to, oh, do you know what? They're the right person for the job. They're the most intellectually prepared and most intelligent person for this role. And I think that most conspiracies become undone because... You require many intelligent minds to be grouped together, and I genuinely don't think there are that many intelligent minds in all of the intelligence services combined.
I think it's a miracle that two of the most intelligent minds have combined together to make this show. To put to put together these pieces of conspiracy for people. I don't know what you're on about here. This is nonsense. Over the hill. I've got a mountain to climb, mate. I'm just starting on my incline.
Which David Icke book's that?
Oh, mate, it's his first one, I think. Truth Vibrations. I'm starting at the beginning. I'm going to work my way through them all. And I want to learn the way the world works.
I've got a book for you that is, I mean, I've probably mentioned it before, but I've got this, and another reason why I started to sort of undo all of the previous sort of beliefs I had was reading the Illuminatus trilogy, or reading parts of it. I haven't got all the way through because it's that fucking long. Robert Anton Wilson, and I can never remember the name of the other bloke. It's basically the satirical piece that was the foundation for so many conspiracy theories, and they made it up as a joke. The whole thing's a joke, but it's become.
They know? Did they?
Yeah, they fucking did. They fucking did.
It's convenient, that though, isn't it, Jimmy?
Yeah, it is.
It's very convenient.
It fucking is. Yeah, I've got a mate, and I mean, if he listens to this, I know he means this, and he knows I mean it in the best sense. But I told you about yesterday. I've got a mate who's currently trying to argue that that fascism was like a left wing thing. Now that is something that has very recently come about from American like conservative media sources or people on Twitter who like to speak about it, who like to think they're pseudo intellectual cunts. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm an intellectual. I don't think you are either. I think we can both agree.
I'll sit here and pretend
that we're both.
That's my whole thing.
We're both completely inept when it comes to speaking on these things, but we do so because our opinions don't matter. We're not trying to pretend that they do matter. But there's the recent thing where conservative figures or mouthpieces have tried twist and confuse what is basically taken as fucking fact, and twist it in order to make history seem that their side wasn't the evil side. To say that conservatives or other evil parties in the past, like mainly the Nazi Party, weren't conservative or authoritarian right parties. They were, in fact, left-wing parties. That shit, 10 years ago when I was at uni, I would have relished that conversation because I'd have been like, you're wrong. And here's all these YouTube links I've got and fucking library sources. And I've got all these references to show you I'm wrong. Now I'm 31. I realise how much of a dickhead it is to have that sort of response. And I'm just past it. I'm like, do you know what? You're wrong, but I also don't have the time, patience, or fucking, at this point, motivation to deconstruct that. I'm just going to go, nah. And that's why I can't do this show anymore either.
Because it's just doing you in. Just doing you in.
It's having the same thing, and I'm going...
You've got to sit there and speak to some idiot that thinks... That does believe aliens run the world. I believe that there are things floating around the Earth called perception filters, which I've spoke about a lot. I think they're there. You can't tell. No one can make me believe they're not.
I can't make you believe they're not. I can't make you believe they're not. But I can sit here and go, as someone that's conversed with you for over a year now, as someone that has not walked away when you've said left field things and just gone, do you know what? Maybe
like all of my actual friends in real life.
I haven't gone, we won't do another show. Like, when we don't do shows, trust one thing. It's not because I'm weirded out by what you say. That's why we do shows. If I ever don't do them, it's because I'm either busy or not asked. But I can't convince you otherwise, but I can sit here and go, I understand, but no.
But have you heard about, I think it's the 42,000 cubes that have been put around the Earth?
Nah,
I think it's either 4,200 or 42,000 of them.
I've got to this part. I mean, how big are those cubes, and what are they made of?
No idea, mate. No idea.
Right.
I don't know. I just heard about it.
You just heard about cubes being put around?
Yeah.
Right.
They're all around the Earth. Like at the start of that film where they're like, "Don't forget your towel." Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Apparently, it's like that because apparently Elon Musk is trying to just play out that book in elements to the world. But apparently he's put these cubes all around the Earth.
He can't do that. I'm gonna sit here now and just go, He can't. Do you know what Elon Musk's busy doing at the moment? Getting every female worker at his business pregnant. That's what he's been doing for the last...
I heard a very good take on Elon Musk.
Please entertain us, because do you know what?
That he's the most successful African American.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which is
it's
something
him,
that no one would want to hear.
It's him and then Adam Friedland.
Yeah, that's where I heard it on.
Yeah. Of course you did.
Good take. Yeah,
of course you did.
Take,
it is. It's brutal, but if you want to think about it that way, yeah, it's him. And then Tupac.
Yeah, because he keeps making this post-posthumous money.
Yeah, I mean, he's still banging out albums.
He's in Cuba, supposedly.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
Sitting there with Fidel Castro. Is it Fidel Castro's face that's on all those Che Guevara t-shirts?
No, that's Che Guevara's face.
Well, I thought that was just like a phrase.
What?
I just thought it meant something in Cuban, in Portuguese or whatever it is Cubans speak.
Che Guevara?
I just thought Che Guevara was like, something like Disney-ish, like Hakuna Matata kind of thing, And then there's a picture of Castro.
See, this is what I like. I believe that there are perception filters all over the world. But you know this saying? Is that attached to Fidel Castro's face? Che Guevara was a revolutionary. And also the former Minister of Ministries at Cuba, which is a fucking great title to describe absolutely nothing. I'm the Minister of the Ministries. All of the ministries, I minister them. He was Argentinian, a revolutionary, a writer, a guerrilla leader, a diplomat, and a military theorist. Massive part of the Cuban Revolution. And the reason you see his face everywhere is he is tied to and it has become synonymous with revolution and overthrowing the system. Now, you will see him lauded as a legend, a celebrity, a hero by many protesters, many people who are... This is one of the things, although being someone on the left, I think I am, I find extremely amusing about people on the left who love to glorify people like Che Guevara. Massive killer of gays.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's got that one thing that holds him back, innit, kind of thing.
Huge
where if you look deep
killer
enough, you'll find anything horrible about anyone.
Yeah, but he was he was a revolutionary, but he still was still a believer. I think he was a fucking big believer. I think he was a big religious person, and therefore out with the home. I was going to say homophobics, but that wouldn't
I thought you was going to say homeless.
No, well, I don't think he was a fan of homeless either. Don't think he was a fan of homeless either. But the gays were definitely out. Anyone that wasn't of his fucking idea, was cut out. Massive, killed many people.
Well, speaking of cut out, that's exactly what Castro did with the restaurant where the CIA was trying to poison him in.
They cut
his favourite restaurant, just cut it out of his life. He got word that they were putting poison in all the food in his favourite dishes, that apparently he ate the same thing there every night from what I read, which seems unbelievable, but also makes him seem autistic.
Also, like...
And I imagine a lot of dictators could be autistic.
Yeah, but
that would make sense.
Some would say you need someone that is void of emotion to lead a country, because you need someone that can't be emotionally swayed and does what's best for the country rather than the individual.
But you want them to be naturally like that, don't you? You don't want them to be dead inside from like PTSD or something where they're just angry. You want them to be like from birth. You want a nature versus nurture with that.
Sort of why I see why Castro went to have the same thing every day. Because if you're avoiding death every day, you've got enough excitement in life. Like when I go to a restaurant and I sit down, my life is pretty fucking boring if I look at it in honest. I very rarely have someone attempt to kill me. I got followed all the way home from training yesterday. That was a weird story, but we'll talk about that in a bit. That was
bit of gang stalking.
I genuinely did get followed, like 35 miles. It's a bit strange.
Wow. That is quite far.
Yeah, just for them to pull over, just for them to pull alongside us and go, has your car had anything done to it? It's very fast. which made me think you're chasing us to try and nick the car. So, anyway, that stuff rarely happens to me. Very boring life, which is why when I go to a restaurant...
Sounds like it's about to get a bit more exciting, though. It's about to pick up there in some way or other.
I only bought a new tyre last week. I can't have the car nicked. That'd be a fucking nightmare. Yeah, when I go to a restaurant, because my life's boring, I like to order something extravagant and exciting. When someone's trying to kill you all the time, you probably want to have a staple. You're like, do you know what? Just beans on toast for me, mate. I've had enough.
On his birthday, he gets the ones with the little sausages or spaghetti hoops instead.
Yeah, the little sausages were horrible.
Oh, yeah, vile.
Absolutely.
Do you know who loves that? Do you know who loves them?
What?
My missus. I think it's hanging.
Oh.
If she could have her favourite teammate, it'd be that. She would love that.
Do you know what? It's weird because I would expect that to be the other way around.
What, you
I'd
think
expect you to be buzzing about that and her to be... And you, do you know what? I could picture you eating them cold, out the tin.
Oh, no, I'm not a weirdo, innit?
He says, with that picture, that painting still as your background, and it's all I can see. Now the laser beam is coming into your head.
We could change that. We could stop you being distracted. There you are. There you go.
It's now a blurred version of your front room, is it?
Yeah. I don't know how much of it it's showing to you.
None. It's all blurry.
That's fine. This has been a terrible show, but we'll put it out.
It hasn't. It's been great. I fucking love this.
See, I thought this has been bad. Me, let's I have got a tally. If we want to keep it on the theme, I've got a tally of the attempts.
Yeah.
That each president had on Castro. So do you want to give us some sort of
imagine that,
music?
man. Imagine, like, boss after boss. Just, you have a go, right? You have a fucking go, because I didn't get to kill him. You have a go. And he's just there, notching them up on his little board in the desk.
The CIA weren't the only people either trying to kill them. So this isn't... The tally that you're on about, saying you have a go, that was getting passed around various agencies around the world and criminal organisations.
And Cubans.
Because yeah. And obviously, it looks bad if the mafia are like, you know, hire, what was his name, like Kaczynski, was that the Iceman, whatever, you know. Ted
Kaczynski was the fucking Unabomber.
Unabomber, fucking whoever the.
Oh,
Iceman
you're on about
was.
Is it Robert or Richard? Yeah, I know you're on about the Iceman, the assassin who killed like 200 plus blokes.
Basically the best assassin that the mafia had for a while. They had if they had the 60s equivalent of him going, just send him and he fucks it up and he can't do it either. They look bad. So I reckon even they wanted to kill because it was their reputations on the line as well.
Here's an idea then. Right. So say after 3 or 4 attempts all failing, say 4 people have been given the job, they all fail. That word gets out among the assassin scene. I imagine they all hang around in the same bar, like the Cantina bar on Star Wars or something like that.
Or that place. Pub in Deadpool.
Yeah, I was going to say on... is it Layer Cake? Is it a pub in Layer Cake?
Yes, you always bring this up. It's years since. So I need to watch that film just to be able to have a conversation with you.
I don't know why it comes up so often.
Every time.
But it's a fucking great film.
Obviously, I made a big impact on you.
But I think it's Layer Cake where there's a pub where they all operate out of. It's a film that's got Gerard Butler's in it. I don't know if that is Layer Cake then. Don't know if it is. There's a film, London gangster film, and they all operate out of a pub that smackheads...
Could be a lot of them.
Smackheads keep coming in to sell stolen clothes and shit like that. I imagine they all hang around...
Yeah, I know which one you mean. It's got fucking a lot of people in it.
Is it Rock and Roll? It's Rock and Roller, isn't it?
Rock and Roller, yeah, because I couldn't remember the name. I was going to say the black lad that's like now massive. He wasn't like a known name back then, but I can't remember his name.
Yes.
And the guy that was Bane as well.
Yeah, Hardy.
Who?
Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kano does the soundtrack as well. Anyway, in there, pub, that's where all the criminals hang around at. I imagine that's where all assassins hang around at. Now, word gets about there.
I like to think it's in a greasy spoon.
Yeah,
because they've all been working in the night.
Yeah, like taxi drivers and they're clocking off on morning. Having a brekkie before.
Sit in there and wait. Yeah.
You got any serviettes? I've got to wipe this blood off us.
Yeah, do you have any weird ones last night? You? Oh, you're not half.
I had a couple of gurglers, boy, you wouldn't believe it, man. He wouldn't stop making noise. Just 3 hours he was going, and then I eventually took him out the tank and threw him in the Thames. But, yeah, they all hang around there. Word gets about. That phone is ever trying to escape me, and it's just landed in me flip-flop while my flip-flop's on. That's fucking class. Word gets about. I've started this sentence 6 or 7 times now. That everyone's failing these attempts on Castro. Now, you're all self-employed. You've all got a reputation. Your name's at stake. You don't want to take those hits on Castro, because if a few people have failed, you'd be like, well, this is bad for business if I fail, because if my name goes down on the failure list, then I'm going to lose future bookings, which makes me think all the best ones, all the 5-star TripAdvisor lot, turned them down. CIA, everyone went to them going, hey, will you have a go? And they were like, fuck no, I'm not touching that, mate. That's a bad job, that one's cast off. And so they ended up having to go down the ladder to the lowest rung. People who were just starting out, people who were going, do you know what? I've seen this dark web stuff. I'm going to set up my own page and be a hitman.
Dressing up as a clown and that, knocking on people's doors. Like, I've done that for a couple of weeks. Piece of piss.
They're dressing up they all dress up as Agent 47, because that's how they think a hitman should dress. And they've all played the hitman games. They're all 19-year-old incels who are like, video games of real life. The only way I'm going to shag a bird is by having a literal body count, not a shagging body count. That's what they think a body count is. They're the ones who get the jobs. So the reason Castro never got killed wasn't because he was very good at avoiding attacks. It was just absolute fucking idiots were sent after him. Like, they couldn't swim to get there in the first place. They couldn't read the labels, so they weren't poisoning him. They were just sticking fucking creatine in his food or Worcestershire sauce. Like, what's it? Worcestershire? That's got to be an acid. That has to be an acid. It's got a really long name that I can't pronounce.
Look how dark
it
is.
That has to be an acid. That's got to be corrosive. No one would put that on food. That smells disgusting. Just fish sauce. Like, it's just done by inept people.
See, I like the idea of that, but I think after like 15, 20 of them, someone who was good went, come on, this is making the pub look bad now. No one's going to come in here for work, trying to get jobs. The landlord goes to one of the guys, the big guys. He's like, look, mate, our drinks for the next 6 months are free for you and your boys if you handle this. And they go off. Same thing happens. They come back. And everyone else is looking around and they just sort of look at them and smirk like, hey? Dickhead, isn't he?
Yeah.
Slippery little bastard, eh? And then they're like, the rival crew to them are like, fuck yous, we can do it. And then they come back, and then that's where the gangs of London merge.
Have you seen
They get respect for each other then, and they're like, no, we couldn't do it either. And then the first gang the big boys that went, then buy a drink for the next ones that come, and then it becomes like a chain of things, which makes me think it's the landlord that's in on it all. And the landlord's the one that's belling Castro, going, look, I've got a good thing going here. Every time someone goes over there and tries to kill you, they come back here and everyone buys them a drink.
Spend a load of booze,
Yeah. So his name's Tigbitty Dave. He's coming over. You'll recognise him, balding bloke. And
always wears a sheepskin coat.
He thinks he can do you with a claw hammer. So he's gonna be walking around with like a nail gun in his hand, but it's actually gonna be the claw hammer. So just something to look out for. He's going to be dressed in an Ivy's jacket, and that's going to be a bit unusual in Cuba because health and safety and all that. It's not really there, is it?
Yeah, high-vis technology hasn't reached Cuba yet. Hasn't reached Cuba yet. It's 1950s.
Yeah, it was not there at that point, isn't it? I reckon it's the landlord, mate, behind it all.
Possibility, yeah. I mean, have you ever seen Smoking Aces?
Probably.
Seen the film Smoking Aces? Alicia Keys is in it. She's very.
I think so.
She's a very beautiful lady in Smoking Aces, is Alicia Keys. They basically send a load of people are offered. Basically, the hit goes out on. Is it Ray Liotta? I don't know if it's Ray Liotta who the hit goes out on. It might be, it's someone like that. And it basically you get loads of different assassins, and it's proper caricatures. Like you get 3 sort of fucking white supremacist types. You get a couple of fucking pure stereotypical gangsters. You
like
get the
lady
mafia
killers kind of thing.
Yeah, stuff like that. You get loads of different types of people all trying to kill him. And everyone like...
Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds in then, towards the end?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is in it, yeah.
And he basically just plays Ryan Reynolds as he plays in everything, half of the rest of his films for the rest of his life. Just the Blade 3 character.
What happened with Ryan Reynolds was he had an interesting story arc until everyone started liking him for being Ryan Reynolds, and then he just stuck as Ryan Reynolds. He used to be good at different roles.
Was it Val Kilmer it was called?
That's a person.
The film with Val Summit. Where he's in, is it school? Is it high school or college or something? It's fucking well good. That's what I knew him from. Where he's in that and he wanks off a dog with a donut.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, yes, Van Wilder.
Yeah, that was his career peak in my opinion. But,
do you know what people forget? He was even in Blade 3. And I hated him in Blade 3. I thought he was a right cunt.
I thought he was pretty good in it.
I wanted Wesley Snipes just to fucking just chop him up at the start.
Yeah, because he was a kind of against Blade, wasn't he?
No one disrespects the Blade.
Yeah. It's coming back apparently, you know.
I heard a rumour. But Wesley Snipes isn't going to play him.
No, I heard a rumour it was going to be Keanu Reeves, which I thought was weird. But then, obviously, it's not going to be. That was just a weird internet rumour.
It's the lad from Star Wars.
Isn't it strange that I can pick out those internet rumours and know that they're not true?
Yeah, it is strange.
It's
Where's your perception filter?
Fucking broken.
No, I think it's the lad from Star Wars.
House.
We can't really leave it out because you mentioned it at the start of the show. I mean, we're 50 minutes in, but we have to bring it up because I don't have a fucking clue what you're on about. Suicide Pact?
Well, before we get to that, let me finish off what I was saying before about the attempts. I want to ask you a question. How many times do you think the CIA have come forward? How many attempts do you reckon they've claimed they went for?
Over 300.
Yeah, go on. Give us a number.
354. I know it's around 300 odd.
638.
Is it? What the fuck? That's doubled since I last read about it.
Dwight Eisenhower had 38 goes. JFK, 42. Do you want to give us... Go on, give us that music I asked for before the fucking countdown, the sort of... Just with your mouth. Don't look it up. Don't be fucking lazy. Just give
I was going to get it. No,
come on. Just quickly. Yeah, that'll do. Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, I'm doing the full thing. Do you not want
I was waiting for a pause for the number.
No, 72. You should just do it as I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. Richard Nixon, 184. Not quite. If he made the 187, maybe he would have done it. Jimmy Carter, 64. Ronald Reagan, 197.
How many presidents have we got left?
2. George, the original George Bush, 16. Bill Clinton, 21.
I mean, you could have fucking dragged that. Wait there, hang on. For the next show that's coming,
you
could have. No, we're not going to bring it unless you fucking get your act together. Because what you should have done there, you knew what I was going for. Not until you started to go that.
You knew
which you
as
fucking.
I was saying Bill Clinton. So
you could have dragged it. You could have just went Bill Clinton and then paused. You knew what was coming. You knew the countdown was going to come and there was going to be a bong. We could have left them in suspense. You knew. Let the countdown ring out.
We could, if we wanted to, we could argue that I did that for comedic timing, but it wasn't.
Right, let's do it again. Right. So another thing. And add a layer to this little bit.
Go
on one side, you've got all the hitmen in the pub, all going, looking at each other, going, ha, you couldn't do it, could you? You couldn't do it.
Yeah,
what I also reckon is there's an ex-president's bar, lounge, and once a president finishes their presidency, they go in and the previous one's like, with a whiskey waiting for them on the bar. That's a Cuban whiskey there, mate. That's the one. Yeah, you know all about that one.
They all get a taxi from the same rank down the street. Same car park. They all hang
They're
around
all just waiting for what is the next one comes in. Come take a seat at the table, lad. And let's all get pissed off about Fidel. If I was Fidel as well, fucking Escobar's got that picture outside the White House with his kid. You know, have you seen that? Picture of Pablo Escobar. There's a picture of when he was most wanted man. There's a picture of him outside the White House with his kid because he went to America on holiday. You want to have a look about? He's Pablo Escobar. He can do what the fuck he wants. If I was Fidel Castro at that time, during all those those attempts, I'd show up.
Invent a selfie outside.
I'd just show up at Washington or something and just go for a show up at the Abe Lincoln thing, get my picture took, and then go back and send it back. Like, I've put it on papers everywhere. What the fuck? It was here. It was
here. We could have had him.
Just pop in the bar.
We could have drowned him in the water at Lincoln.
Wait until they're all pissed. Go to the president's bar where they all drink it. I imagine again, same thing. They just drink it in a sitting bar, but they only serve spirits, and it's served by prepubescent naked children who they get to obviously have their way with. This chair is squeaky as fuck.
They were all dragging round IVs as well, just in case they just want a sip of the blood.
The adrenochrome on one, their blood on the other, whatever you want. Do you want to mix and match? Do you want an adrenochrome top? It's up to you.
Just a child on tap and they just break the shins.
Yeah, you just squeeze it out like
backwards,
toothpaste.
Crack the knees out.
But they're all in that bar doing that. And like, the way Fidel knows where that bar is. And he waits until it's almost closing time when they're all rat-assed. They can't do out. They'll fall about all over the place. And he just walks in. Because they're pissed as fuck. They won't have a clue. They won't believe it that the person that all these presidents have been trying to kill just is in their bar. And he just orders them all a drink, has a shot with them, leaves. And then the next morning they're like, do you remember? Nah,
it's because we were talking about.
He's having our life. He's having our life. And they go in, barman's like, did you finish off Castro last night? Then you were all there. He was there. Did you do it?
Left with him.
He bought you all a pizza and then paid for your taxi. It turns out he seems like a very nice guy. But my car's been ticking ever since, and I can't work out why.
Nah, he takes them in a box of cigars to share, but he's just putting like little novelty explosives, like a few match heads inside
little
tin
flag
foil
comes
rammed
out,
halfway
little
down.
Flag comes out and goes bang when they spark it up. But there is no segue. I want to hear about this suicide pact and why it's prevalent.
Well, it got my attention because it's from where I grew up. And what was weird is they met where I grew up, so I imagine they're from where I grew up, and then they did the suicide pact, where they topped themselves. Well, they tried. Where I moved to as a teenager.
Fucking hell, mate.
So I thought it was really fucking weird. I was expecting then the next thing for him to have been tried in like the southwest or something in Devon, but he didn't. Nothing like that. They haven't.
Are they not abroad more?
No. He got away. He just got off with manslaughter for it. But the story is, I don't want to be. It's a bit grim, but and it's very fresh. But I don't think he'll be listening because he's got other things on his plate at the minute.
Nobody's listening. Secondly, we've talked about worse.
Okay, right. Okay, so without
I advocated
names,
for getting high scores on killing children the other week.
Yeah, that was a good one. That.
Yeah,
it was.
I tried that on stage. Tried that on
Did
stage
you?
a couple of weeks ago. Didn't work.
No.
Nah. Wonder why.
Wrong room.
Definitely their fault, not mine.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Don't make eye contact as you do it. Like look out the window or something and say
Probably
it like Abe Lincoln used to do. The ghost of Abe Lincoln does.
Shouldn't have been licking me licks at the time and rubbing my knees, I reckon, in hindsight.
Scratching with a compass, like the tally lines into your arm.
I had a plate and a knife and fork with a bib tucked in my t-shirt. I probably shouldn't have brought that.
Just makes a really weird impression though, doesn't it, anyway?
Back to these people.
To make the whole thing make no sense at all.
That is my comedy. That's what I'm going for. It's literally don't let anyone know your next move. There's no punchline's not coming. I'm dressing up in something that doesn't fit the style of comedy. When
you attach the bib, you're actually tying it behind the back of your head, but you're actually making the noise of Velcro with your mouth going. Yeah. And then at the end of it, you go in and you're trying to undo it, and you're just going.
I'm popping them off. I'm popping
them back
off.
At the end, not even Velcro, and that's the big finish.
Yeah.
So you should let me write for you, mate. This is gold here.
I mean, it couldn't go any worse at this stage. Carry on.
The old people that wanted to kill themselves, right?
Oh, they were old, right? See,
you're
saying you don't want to identify, right? And you're giving away more identifying factors every time we bring it up.
Well, okay, we won't say they were old, but we'll say that they were together for a fair few decades, right? They were married, and the woman was terminally ill, and she'd basically
not giving it away.
Well, it's in the news. It's just a news story. I wasn't going to try and make that many. I wasn't going to try and make jokes about it. I've got one thing that I think is a bit suspicious.
Yeah, because obviously we wouldn't bring it up on here and then attempt to get some humour out of it, mate. That would never be the case. We'd obviously
I don't want
it
it to look like that's what I'm planning to do. It's going to come up naturally, isn't it? See where it goes. But the fucking right. So she's basically turned to him and said, "Look, I'm fucked. There's no coming back from this. How would you feel? How would you mind if you were doing me in? But we got to do both of ourselves, and we do each other. But obviously, I don't think she were capable." And he was like, you know what? They thought on it, and they did it. They could have got a couple of chairs down the bottom of the garden and that. But what I think, and then right, I'll
Did you do it in your own garden?
Well, that's what I was thinking. They initially went to Buxton and Macclesfield looking for somewhere to kill themselves, but Buxton and Macclesfield's quite nice, and so is Buxton.
I wouldn't kill myself in Macclesfield. I'd kill myself in Buxton because everyone would think, it's where water's from. That's clean, sterile, fresh.
Nah, they're lovely places to look around. If you want a reason to kill yourself, go back to Woodhouse Park.
Yeah, but Macclesfield has it's a shit name. It's one of those names where you hear Macclesfield and you go, it sounds like Bolton. Like, it sounds shit.
Reckon?
The name makes it sound shit.
Bolton, Macclesfield is very sort of... See, this is the thing. I forget people don't know these places. So, Woodhouse Park, pretty... when I lived there anyway, and I can't imagine it's changed too much, pretty rough. Macclesfield, pretty nice. Pretty sort of middle class. Not upper middle class, I wouldn't say, but middle to lower middle class. Kind of like people work in offices there kind of thing. Maybe they're decent teachers.
Yeah.
Buxton, lovely. Countryside, viaducts, all around as far as the eye can
Peroni
see.
drinkers.
Hills. Yeah, maybe a bit better than that, Maybe probably don't even touch lager in Buxton. Probably wine. Yeah, wine drinkers. And she was a wine drinker as well. Her last drink was a glass of red wine. So
see how I managed to get that segue in without knowing anything about this case.
And it's brilliant.
I'm fucking born for this
screen
shit,
in front of you.
I haven't. I fucking haven't. I haven't touched anything.
Right. They spent the night before apparently crying with each other, telling each other how much they loved them.
That's
and then
shit.
They went down to the bottom of the garden the next day, sat next to each other in chairs, and then he went, sort of something along the lines of, I think it was, "Are you ready?" Or I think I've wrote it down. Something like, "Are you ready?" Oh yeah, she went, "Are you ready? You're up for this?" And she went, "I won't make a noise," which is fucking well depressing, isn't it? Now, how do you think this man did in the love of his life?
I reckon he stabbed her repetitively. Rather than making it easy, I reckon he, first off, that short time he had to think about it was, how can I pull this off?
They had a year. They spoke about it like a year before or a year and a half before, and it was on her terms when she'd had enough. And then...
Yeah. Well, this entire time he's probably been going, right, how can I do this so I do her in and I don't do me in? Because I've still got time to enjoy myself. I've got things I want to do. The patio's going to need doing after this for a start. Can't have that lawn there anymore. It's going to be blood soaked. So we need the patio. Then I want to get a motorbike. She always told us I couldn't get a motorbike. I'm going to go Vegas. She never wanted to go Vegas. I'm going to try and book next door. I'm going to try and book her. I'm going to
get some prozzies as well, and I don't have to feel guilty about it anymore.
He's going to get back on the sniff because he didn't do that since the boys in the 80s. He hasn't done that in a while. And then when it came time, I reckon he thought of every time he just sat down and she asked him to do something. Just every time
jumping forwards, being like, "Go on."
No. That's the wrong end of the stick.
Oh.
Every time he's got aggravated when he's just sat down with his cuppa, put the telly on, and she's gone, "Will you take the washing out?" He's gone, "Fuck's sake." And then every time he's had Saturday off, he's worked overtime all week at the factory. Fucking hell, I don't know if he's just gone past yours. Valentino Rossi live in your neighbourhood, does he?
No idea. Don't even understand the reference, bro.
Lost on you. Rides bikes fast. Italian bloke, but not Mario.
I didn't hear it. If
that's weird because I did
pick up on mine.
Right. Well, every time he's worked overtime, Monday to Friday, Saturday, she's gone, "I'm going to need you to paint the bathroom bathroom
Again.
needs doing. And he's gone, I literally painted it lavender 5 weeks ago. And she's like, yeah, but lavender's out of season now.
And I want the room to be half an inch thinner.
It's not going to... I'm going to put the spare room on the Airbnb. I need you to have this turquoise by fucking 5:30.
I've already photoshopped the pictures.
I'm going to put the picture on Airbnb. Yeah. So I've got to put the Live, Laugh, Love posters up. They're ready to go. He fucking hates Live, Laugh, Love. And it's all over the house. It's all over the house. She puts it on the fridge. It's on a fridge magnet. It's on the fucking doormat. She's got a little air freshener in the car that says Live, Laugh, Love. And he has to borrow that car sometimes. And every time he wants to fucking strangle himself with that air freshener, he hates it. And he's thought of those times, all of them. 40 years plus of these moments, getting worse and worse and worse. Hates the way she overcooks a roast beef every Sunday. He's eaten dry beef for 45 years. Fucking hates it. Hates it. Can't wait to have a rare beef. Oh, can't wait. And he's thought of all those moments and then stabbed the fuck out of her.
Well, you're not far off. He went up behind her.
Do you know what? I hate that woman now, and I don't know who she is.
You could tell by the way your
I
face
fucking hate her. I hate her now.
It feels like it's become personal.
Yeah. Mum, if you're listening to this.
Yeah. You know, the auntie that raised me, you know, the one that brought me up when my mum was out on piss. I fucking can't stand her. She was all high and mighty. Your mum's shit, she used to tell me. Can't wait to fucking have her. But fucking... So he got up. And she said, I won't make a noise. He whipped out his Stanley knife.
Oh!
They got a mention in the paper,
that's free promo.
Bit.
That's free. If you were talking to me about this affiliate marketing the other day, do you reckon that's what he's up to?
Was it sponsored? Was my question. Is this where we've become now? We can't pick the difference between an advert.
To be fair,
has Stanley written this?
To be fair, think about it, right? Gun crimes shot up. And like everyone thinks about guns now when you talk about violence. Back in my day at school, I was scared of Stanley knives because people talked about doing each other up with a Stanley knife. And I don't think they have got enough press.
Screwdrivers at mine. People used to bring up screwdrivers a lot, like as a threat.
Everyone talks about chefing each other with machetes on drill tracks and that. And I think, obviously, whoever makes machete, Danny Trejo, who owns the machete company, obviously, he must be making a mint of all the machetes. And Stanley, who owns the Stanley company, has gone, I mean, I've had enough of this. And,
How do I compete?
The drill rappers don't want to talk about us. Oh. So what I really want to get into is, suicide it's a growing audience, and it's a short-lived audience, but it's a one-time purchase.
It's not just that, though, as well. It's no one cares about low-level crime, and no one cares about crime in poor areas. You do it in a proper upper fucking class area, you know, with posh people.
Yeah.
No one cared about knife crime until posh people were doing it.
That's true, man.
Because these were posh. If these lived where I've read they lived, like for the area name that they've given, which I'm not going to give because that narrows down more, but it narrows down a bit more about me and all. But I suppose
pretty much told us their fucking life story, still, mate.
This is a place where I lived just outside of it when I lived there, but in there, full of footballers and TV personalities and weather people. Big names as well, like fucking Fred Talbot as well. He was from around there.
Right, we'll definitely not be able to find out where that place is now. Nah, definitely not.
Well, it's out there in the public record, you know, it's in the newspapers, isn't it? I was trying to be, you know, discreet. But apparently she didn't make a noise. She just slit her throat open from behind. Now, I think if you're going to kill yourself afterwards, you'd look yourself in the eye, innit? And I'm not doubting that he tried to kill himself, because he did. He then tried to kill himself there and then woke up the next day on the floor in the kitchen, apparently. What
the fuck ever? What you're doing that nah, what he's doing in that situation. I mean, fair play to him. He's played the game, right? He's played the game. I'll give him that credit because he's had to injure himself slightly in order to pull this off. But what he's done there is gone, well, I've agreed to a suicide pact, but when the fucking coppers turn up here, I can't go, well, yeah, I killed her and I just decided not to do it myself. Because then, I mean, that's instant arrest. You're fucked then. You've got no chance. People are going to look on you and go, coward, you little fanny, you little divvy, what you doing? Slit yourself up.
How dare you not watch your wife die a horrific death?
How dare you not murk yourself after murking her? No. Coward is in not killing himself after killing her.
Oh, I thought you meant through going through
No,
because
no.
he refused to go through the trauma of slowly watching his wife die.
Coward, that's funnier, but no. No, coward for not following through with it after killing her. So what he's done is gone, right, I'll cut myself up, but I'll go sideways, I won't go lengthways. Because lengthways is bye-bye and sideways is just sleep. So I'll go sideways, and then when the coppers turn up, I'll go, see, I did. Look, I did try.
I gave it a jolly good go, sir.
Honestly, God must have been watching down. I'm a changed man now. I'm going to turn to the church.
Well, what adds to what you're saying, right, is when they did this, on the way out the back door to the chairs, they put the coats on, which I thought was suspicious. Because they had a drink, and he had a lager followed by a whiskey and lemonade as well. So and she had a
mixing
red wine.
His drinks. You don't want to be dangerous. You might hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know. It's another. But they didn't name the type of whiskey, Jimmy, or the type of lemonade, or even the type of wine. Only the type of knife.
Right.
So they didn't pay for the advertising. There was no.
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 You're twisting that. What happens there is they've got in touch with all the companies, and Foster's have gone, nah, we don't want that press.
Yeah, nothing to do with us, this.
Fucking Jacobs Creek have gone, no thanks. We want to appeal to, like, middle-aged women. Glenfiddich have gone, fucking no, we have enough trouble in Scotland. And Stanley have gone, we need that shit. Like, we need those mentions, yeah.
Too many people are buying laminate floors.
This shows that our product...
buying carpets.
This shows that our product works. This shows it does what it says. It sliced the fuck out of her cleanly. Also, touching on what you were on about earlier, you would just dose up on painkillers. Doug Stanhope's, the comedian's got a great story about killing his mum. His mum was terminally ill, and she was basically said the same to him like a while before. She was like, when it's time, I want to kill myself. And he was like, fine, I'll fucking arrange it. Him and his brother arranged it. It took him ages to be able to tell this joke as well because there were lawsuits and that involved. Basically, he had a dodgy doctor. He's like, I've got a few doctors. There's a doctor that I ring when I need medical advice, and there's a doctor or a lawyer that I ring when I go, here, how much trouble am I going to get if I do this?
Imagine knowing that you need that number for that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I would love that number. Who doesn't need that number?
I don't know.
There are certain times in my life where I go, I wish I had someone in a professional position to give me advice in this situation as to whether I could just get away with it or not. Well, anyway, they were basically just give her a fucking shitload of morphine, she'd be able to chew up whatever. And they made a massive night of it. Like, they got her pissed. She was teetotal after being an alcoholic for years, so they got her pissed. I think it was on White Russians. Got her absolutely mortal. She used to review porn, I think, for like Playboy or something like that. Like, that was her job. She's a writer, reviewer. So they talked about shit like that. You
just sat there with your mum drinking vodka and milk, watching old porn.
Yeah.
Being like, I'm gonna
morphine.
Fucking kill you.
Smashing morphine.
What a weird night, man.
And then he maxed out her credit cards buying shit from a catalogue, and that's why he couldn't tell the joke for ages, because he was in court about it.
That's what he was in court for.
Well, he used it, he was trying to, in the joke, he was trying to use it to prove the existence of God. Because he was like, if God doesn't exist, or if she couldn't communicate with me from beyond the grave, how did she manage to buy me and all of my friends loads of beautiful gifts from this fucking Sky Mall catalogue? It's a fucking mint bit. But that is the way you go if you're doing a suicide pact. Like, you don't stab up, do you? You take a load of pills.
But what I want to know is who put the coat on first. Because if he put his coat on first, and she's looked at that and gone, you know what, I will be cold. I'll put my coat on. He was thinking, I'm going to get cold after this. I want to keep warm. I'm going to be out there a while. Possibly thinking maybe I'm going to have to move the body or whatever. Or did she put it on first? And he was like, you know what? I don't want you feeling weird. I'll put mine on and all.
Yeah.
That's
maybe it was cold.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, that's a much easier answer.
Yeah,
it didn't even occur to me, because I was just thinking, if they're going out there, they've got the bear jacket on anyway, and they're going to kill themselves. What does it matter if you're cold?
You want to be comfortable, don't you? I don't want to be.
I don't think it matters, does it? If you're going to die.
I think it does, because the whole point is
you're going to shit yourself either way.
Afterwards.
Yeah, but still.
Up till that point, right? Up until the point that you no longer have a pulse and things aren't buzzing around your head anymore, you want to retain some level of self-control, the feeling that I'm doing this on my terms, and dignity, because you don't want it to be an embarrassing thing. No one wants to die embarrassed. Like, no one wants to go out thinking, I look like a fucking tit right now, unless you're doing that on purpose and trying to make a massive scene. Like Sky King, man. But again, he didn't go out looking like a tit. He went out looking like a legend, the bloke who nicked the plane. That's still one of the best suicide stories of all time. We have talked about it before. You're looking at his glazed over.
Yeah.
More recent footage has come out. There's more footage come out about it recently of him actually nicking the planes. A bloke who used to work at an airport, stole a jet.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember a bit of it. Airport control, man.
Yeah, pulled off a barrel roll that should be absolutely impossible in that jet.
This.
That bunch of pilots, expert pilots, since have gone, you can't do that in that plane, and he did it in that plane. He learned it on Microsoft Flight Simulator.
No, they're just there like, if you do that in that plane, you're gonna fucking crash.
And he's like, nah, bruv, I'm not. I'm gonna crash afterwards on my terms, again on his terms. But yeah, you wanna do it dignified. I think I would. I wouldn't wanna. No one wants to do it in like. It's a. I
don't know though. People like to jump off bridges and that. Though,
this is the thing. This is what I was about to say. There are two sort of differences.
That's suicide though, isn't it? It's not assisted suicide.
This is it. So
euthanasia.
You've got two different instances. You've got what she's doing. She's killing herself because she's going to die anyway, but it's going to get more painful. So in that way, it's not I'm ending my life now because I hate it. It's I'm ending my life now because I've enjoyed it and I don't want to hate it when I die, before I die. And if I live the rest of this time, I'm going to hate it. Now, so those people want to die in their own terms. The other people you're thinking of who, say, take overdoses, hang themselves, who do it like spontaneously or as a reaction, is I hate my life and I want it to end now and I want it to end quickly, to the point where they don't want to do it, where they're thinking of self-respect or they're thinking of being dignified. This has took a very serious turn. But they're doing it because they want it to be an instant cut-off. It's not on my own terms. It's I want out now. I hate this. Whereas she's been like, I've actually enjoyed my life and I want it to end as I've enjoyed it rather than as I grow to hate it. Those people already hated the other people.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just hope that I never have to be this bloke or this woman. That was my takeaway from it. I know that sounds very serious, like, but it's fucked, innit? Like, I can't imagine. I mean, that's probably a good thing that I can't imagine
do
killing
it in your
someone
garden.
that I like. But why? It's probably good for resale value. Imagine the flowers you'd be able to grow down the bottom of there. Blood's well good for plants.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're tainted, because if you want to carry on living in the house after, you've always got to look down there and go, I can't really put a barbecue there. It will be disrespectful.
No, yeah. You can't, when you have your friends round and that, you like, better roll down the rows down there, aren't I, for it?
Yeah, you put where we put the table up this end.
Out in that, yeah, but then you've got to, every time your friends and family around, you're like, just a second, I'll be back in a second, just pouring a glass of champagne and taking it down to the bottom of the garden and leaving it on a brick.
Someone gets...
next to a broken Stanley blade.
Someone gets too pissed at the barbecue, goes down the bottom and starts pissing down the bottom of the garden. You're like, no, Sharon,
no,
Sharon,
leave her be, her be. You'll disturb her. She'll come back. Don't make her come back. She was a nightmare. She kept burning the beef.
The beef.